What's going on, everybody? We're taking a look at the Space Marines July community update. Now, they did have a quality of life patch notes, but we're just going to go over the quick update they have for that in this section for the community update. They kind of go over the main bullet points of what they talked about. And then I'll put that link to the patch notes in the description. I'll also try to probably look at a few of the things if it goes into more detail, but we will be skipping any of the weapon versions. I think the community update has a lot more cooler things in it, so I wanted to take a look at that and talk about what they have coming in the future for a Space Marine 2. So let's go ahead and jump in here. If you're new to the channel, my name is Rich. I'm a gamer. So if you guys just enjoy games, come hang out, hit the subscribe button, and let's talk about some games. So here we go. Hello, Space Marines. Since it's summer and everyone deserves a break, please expect fewer updates in August. This community update will be shorter than usual, but we promise it's filled with good news. A whole new year of free content is coming. As announced last month, a second year of content is in the making with both free and DLC content. This second year means a new season pass too. This new season pass will grant players access to the new DLC content. Overall, it will work the same way as year one did. Let's see what's going to be free. Now, as far as the season pass goes, how did you guys feel about the season pass? I know it gave like I feel like it was just like the new armors, the champions, and I feel like the rest of the stuff was like kind of free. So I'm not really sure because I had the free pass. I had it free. I didn't really pay for it, so I actually didn't really pay attention to what it had in it. But what did you guys think about that season pass? Let me know. New PvP map. Let's begin with the new PvP map set on Avarex. It is a mix of close quarters and long hallways. This fifth map will be available for every PvP game mode. It's kind of cool, kind of cool. We like close quarters. We like long hallways. Development still ongoing. Final version subjects change. New game mode, Hell Brute Onslaught. This new map will be introduced with patch 10 and will coincide with the release of the new PvP game mode, Hell Brute Onslaught. Two teams of Chaos Marines will fight to control strategic areas, but also to take control of the Hell Brute. The first team to take control of an objective gets to control the Hell Brute until the opposite team takes it down. One player gets to control the Hellbrute at a time, and this player will be picked randomly among players who participated in securing the control point. To have the Hellbrute on their side, the team that failed to secure the first control point will need to slay the Hellbrute before securing a new designated control point. Controlling the Hellbrute grants the team a strong advantage, but killing it will also reward points to the opposite team. The Hellbrute uses a Hellbrute Thunderhammer in melee and a plasma cannon in range. I believe it should say reward points to the team that kills it. Controlling the Hellbrute grants the team that has it a strong advantage. But if it dies, it will reward. If it gets killed by the opposite team, they will get points or something like that. New weapons, Pyre Cannon. New weapons will also be added. Last month we revealed the Power Axe. This month we're happy to show you the Pyre Cannon. This weapon is ideal to dispatch the hordes. It's pretty cool. I really love the walking animations in this game for the Space Marines. I want to talk about the new game mode real quick, Hellbrute Onslaught. It's pretty interesting that it's a Chaos Marine versus Chaos Marine type PvP map, and it makes me wonder if we will get more things for the Chaos Marines in the future in this next update. Maybe the next season pass will have more Chaos Marine centered things. That's one of the things I know that the community's been asking for quite a bit of. So we'll have to see what they do there. But hopefully, because right now the Chaos Marines are really limited and there's no customization for them or anything like that. So I think it will make it kind of lame if we're just using the same Chaos Marines without being able to customize them to in the game, you know? So hopefully they'll do that. Hopefully they'll do that. New majorities enemies, Chaos Spawn. A new majority enemy will also reinforce the Chaos Forces, the Chaos Spawn. This abomination has 3 different variations, each with their own moveset and abilities. Take a look at one of them. That's kind of cool. He can put his tongue back in his mouth though, or his horn, his chin horn. It looks like a tongue. His chin horn, torn. They didn't show the Hellbrute either. It's fortunate. So this is a Chaos Spawn abomination. It's kind of crazy looking. I wonder what kind of moves it's gonna have. Work in progress. Final version subject to change. New game mode and modifiers. Finally, a new variation will be added to the PvE to bring replayability to the game. Some of you might remember when the 4.0 update brought a modifier that forced team members to stay close to each other to get their shield back. Following your feedback, we decided to remove this feature to rework it and bring it back later. Integrate it in a new game mode along with new gameplay modifiers each week. The new game mode will come with patch 10. The specific modifier mentioned above will be implemented later, though. New free cosmetics and exotic weapons will also be granted for the completion of this new challenge. Stay tuned. We'll reveal more on that later. The year 2 season pass is on its way. Without spoiling too much, we can already tease you about a few things. First of all, the Black Templar champion will be the first champion of the year's 2 season pass, coming with patch 10. It will be associated with the Bulwark class. There will be brand new chapters as well as returning chapters, and last but not least, the second season pass is coming with patch 10 and will be available for purchase in September. The July community event experience rewards for Siege are currently increased by 50% from July 29th to August 5th. We have a community event lasting for a couple more days. Hotfix 8.1, following the release of the 8.0 Siege update, some of you reported connection instability and crashes. The 8.1 hotfix aimed to fix these issues. Patch 9 rolled out a few days ago. You can read the patch notes here. We saw your feedback on blocking weapons and being too slow now. The goal of the patch was to establish an even field for all of the weapon variants and simplify weapon progression rules. With almost 100 different weapon variants saw changes. We will continue to work with your feedback and make necessary adjustments. And that's really why I was like, I'll just do this one here. But I'll jump into that section. We can take a quick look at it. So this is all the updates here. They have a lot of changes for the PvE firearm weapon versions, like so many changes. We have siege mode, shot balance tweaks, guardsman HP and damage increase, dreadnought time increase, terminus enemy spawns rework, general fixes, assault unlocks infernal pistol skin. There's been crash fixes, stability, matchmaking and network stability, modding capabilities have been improved. They have fixed some AI, customization, blocking weapons bug, and more. Then we have perk updates to the assault perks and the heavy perks and PvP improvements. We could take a quick look at it because that was the end of the community update. But you can see this list I'm scrolling through. I was just scrolling through with all of the the firearm updates. And what they did is with this update, they want to rework all of the melee weapon versions. The stat distribution was too complex between different tiers and wasn't following the same rule set as firearms, where relic tier weapons are strictly better than artificer ones. This is a massive overhaul, and a lot of popular versions may become less effective than they used to be, and vice versa. We're going to make another pass at this if necessary, but we think what we need to do is a cleanup here first to move forward. And so here's that progression for all melee weapons have been updated to streamline the experience. Relic versions of the weapons will now always have better stats than artificer weapons, and distribution of the stats is going to follow these principles. Balanced weapons have moderate damage and moderate speed. Fencing weapons offer the fastest speed but have the lowest damage, and block weapons are the slowest but deliver the highest damage. And as we go through, there's another note here for firearm weapons where it says our stats show that all the firearm balance is in a good spot right now and all weapons are absolute viable. While some of the weapon archetypes are more popular and more effective than the other ones, with this patch, we wanted to focus on actual versions balance. Some of the versions with archetypes were underpicked, and thus we would like to do a big pass on those, obviously. But in addition to that, we feel that some of the versions didn't stand out much from their counterparts. Therefore, we wanted to increase the stat difference to make sure the choice is more meaningful. This is from Dimitri, the game director. So we can see here we have like the Master Bolt Rifle, Salvation of Baka Artificer Bolt Rifle, the Gothamore Crusade Relic Bolt Rifle. So there's like a lot of changes to all of these, at least 4 or 5 changes per weapon, which is crazy. So I'll have this link in the description. For class perk updates, though, we have Assault perk updates, Wings of Fury. The perk has been reworked. The new version is damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing increases by 100%. Deals area of damage within a 7-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. They said the AoE is not working properly on this perk, but it'll be fixed in the next patch. The defense mechanism has been reworked. The new version is contested health fades 50% more slowly. Active attrition damage increased from 10 to 15. Smiting angel damage increased from 10 to 25%. Hammer of Wrath, the perk has been reworked. The new version is after you use a jump pack, you take 30% less range damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. Heavy perk updates, Thermal Boost. The perk has been reworked. The new version is when a ranged weapon is 50% overheated or you have 50% ammo in magazine, range damage increases by 15%. Now, for the PvE firearms, they've increased the amount of grenades received for the grenade launcher from pickups from 50% to 75% for the aux grenade launcher. For the Infernal pistol, the base damage has increased by 15%, gun strike damage has increased by 20%, gun strike damage and knockback radius increased by 100%, and they fixed a typo in motivated melee perk description. The perk triggers if magazine is empty, not when your ammo reserves are empty. We want to make Infernal Pistol as a dedicated crowd control weapon rather than a gun strike damage dealer type of a weapon because Heavy Bolt Pistol already fills this niche. That being said, that niche is currently too specific, and we want to make sure that Infernal Pistol performs well enough outside of it. Bolt Pistol gun strike damage increased by 25%, and the Neo Bolt Kite Pistol contested health recovery has been greatly increased and is now in line with other pistols. Pistols. The combat quality of life. They've added anti-stun lock heavy hit diminishing features. If a player receives multiple heavy hits in quick succession, the duration of the next heavy hit will be reduced to 80%, and the duration of the third and subsequent heavy hits will be reduced to 60%. Assault is now invulnerable during his ground pound landed animation. Assault class has received multiple buffs this patch, and I would like to talk about it a bit more. We heard your feedback regarding the Assault class being too weak, and we agree, but to a point. The amount of effort it takes to play it right doesn't outweigh the benefits, which shouldn't be the case. However, the Assault class can one-shot most of the enemies on the hardest difficulty. It is already very strong against Tyranids, yet against Chaos, it struggles a lot. So we think that the problem isn't in the Assault kit itself, it's the Chaos army composition, and that will be changed soon. The buffs will make Assault better and more fun to play, but the core problem will be addressed in the next content patch. They also fixed over issues of the power sword stance changing during certain animations. Said the behavior should be very close to pre-patch 8, however, we can't match them 1-1 because some of its behavior was only working because of a bug that we had to fix and because of the cool new little functionality that will be introduced in the next patch. Wonder what that would be. Charge progress of Plasma Incinerator will no longer reset when Heavy enters Heavy stance. Lots of minor improvements to general responsiveness of controls and combat. We also got some changes for Siege mode, where they changed some of the balances. The Guardian Relic cost reduced from 300 to 200. The Armor Kit cost has been reduced to 30 from 60. Big drop. The Dreadnought cost has been reduced to 1250. Another big drop. Guardsman cost reduced. Tier 1 is 100. Tier 2 is still 125. Tier 3 is still 150. But Tier 4 is down to 175. And Tier 5 is now 200. Increased Guardsman HP and damage. 50% for normal difficulty, plus 100% for hard difficulty. Nice, nice. Dreadnought time increased to 5 minutes. Good stuff. Streamline Terminus enemies spawn logic after 16th wave. Every third wave can spawn 1 to 2 Terminus enemies. Every fifth wave can spawn 2 to 3. And it says the previous logic used to be too complex and dependent on sector, sometimes causing 30 plus waves easier than 20 plus waves. This change shouldn't affect game difficulty, but rather make it predictable. They fixed multiple issues with enemy spawns, enemies getting stuck at their spawns, not being able to progress to the next sector, minor issues with siege level geometry and collision, and completing waves as Assault class will now unlock Infernal Pistol skins. For the PvP, they extended list of available weapons. Now you have the Tactical Combat Knife, Plasma Pistol, Heavy Bolt Pistol. Assault has Power Sword, Plasma Pistol. Sniper has the Instigator Bolt Carbine, the Heavy Bolt Pistol, and the Marksman Bolt Carbine. The Vanguard has the Marksman Bolt Carbine, Heavy Bolt Pistol, Bolt Carbine. Support Heavy Bolt Pistol. PvP progression, XP recalculated. The amount of experience required to earn rewards has been reduced, making progress faster and more rewarding. New levels have been added to the progression system. The new max level is 44. Lots of minor fixes for private lobbies and gameplay modifiers. For AI, they fixed some Neurothrope dealing too much damage with its beam attack in some rare cases. The Lictor can spawn invulnerable in some rare cases. The Cultist sniper firing spikes in some rare cases have been fixed, and there's been a lot of animation fixes for various enemies. And there's like a lot of general fixes, like some weird bug fixes, things not triggering properly, weird VFXs and visual issues, minor UI sound fixes and improvements, some bad language translations. and some crash fixes and stability stuff. So that's all the information we have here for Space Marine 2. It's a lot of good information in there. I thought the patch 9 quality of life update was is pretty nice for a lot of the things they have updated. Like I said, I'll have that link in the description if you want to check out all of the weapon changes. It's so much. It's so many weapon changes. Coefficients, spreads, recoils, clip size, reserve ammo, base damage. It's crazy. All right. Thanks for watching this one, guys. Subscribe if you stay up to date on the Space Marine 2 updates and news, community info. Make sure if you like other games too, we'll be covering those. Got some good ones coming out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.